I've chosen my moment. The gun has come forward. Here, smash her in the face, break the knee. All right, so let's talk about the first part of this. One, I've gotten the opportunity. They presented the gun in a way in which I decide it's time for me to go for the gun. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to redirect, right? My arms, anything I do in my self-defense, I don't do big motions with my arms and my hands. I need it to be strong, especially if I'm a smaller person. So everything comes from center line, comes from the core, from the ground up using the legs. So I want to operate with my elbows close and my hands close, right? So redirect. Now, the natural reaction, the moment I go and touch or even move, is going to be that she wants to pull that gun back. So what do you think I need to do?
Go forward.
I need to go with it, right? We need to become like glue. You know, in jiu-jitsu, we melt into the person, we become like water. Connection. Connection is so important, right? So I'm here, and I'm here. Now,
Just shot you, man.
it's okay, you are.
Shake it off. What a flesh wound.
It's not a fatal wound, right?
Come at me, man.
You didn't get shot, he got shot. So my redirect in this situation,
Probably shot like 5 people.
and you have 100 things that come into play to decide which direction I'm gonna go, right? Who's standing around you, and all that just comes through reps and reps of training.
Can you freeze? The guys who were not here yesterday didn't go through this. Could you come over on this side real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see it better from over here. So when you do this, when you get to that point, freeze real quick.
We're also talking, again, on the whole dumb criminal content. There's not going to be a group standing around you. They want to be concealed. They want to take your car and get away smoothly. They're not going to have a whole group of people standing there watching. So yes, line of fire is going to be a little less.
This is strictly for understanding the mechanics and the movement, right? And then the principles of how to deal with this firearm. So the first one is a redirect, right? So I'm here. That redirect, at the same time, I'm taking her arm off her body. Now, positionally, after I do that redirect.
Right there, stop. You see how he rotated his body and his left hand stays glued to his chest? That's really important,
I don't want to shoot.
right? So for the guys who were here yesterday, that's super important. Rotate the hip, keep the hand back.
Yeah. So it's just like I'm stepping in and throwing a body shot, right? Redirect, and then this is my arm. This is all I'm concerned about. I don't want to crash into them, because then I get in a wrestling match with the gun. I want to take her arm off her body using all of my weight. Now I don't want to hinge at the hips. In any stand-up altercation, I never want my shoulders and my head over my hips this way. I want them to always be stacked over, same as if I'm striking, right? So I want to use my legs. Now here, I'm going to glue my track, my neck, all this right here, down towards the end of her wrist. And she's carrying all of my weight when I do that. This hand, simultaneously, as soon as it's there, is coming right underneath this cupping right here, right? So I grab that slide. I'm sure you've probably gone over some mechanics of the firearm. Once I grab that slide, if it hasn't fired yet, it can only fire once. Then it has to be tapped and racked so that a double feed or something of that nature doesn't occur. It won't be able to fire again. So that's the good part about dealing with the firearm versus a knife. So once I'm here, anytime, we always teach our fighters, our students, to become dynamic in their training. So I never want to do a defense and wind up in the same place, because now I pissed them off, and they may I owe over 5 of those still.
That's why we always wear a cup.
Right? They may be a better fighter than I am, and I don't want to take that chance. I don't want to escalate it to a point to where, okay, now I'm going to pull out my weapon. You can fight a little bit, now you pissed me off, right? So I'm here, glued, and as I'm moving, my body, like I'm not going with my hand and then going out here. Everything operates off of my center line, off of my core. Turn this way. So as I get there, if her finger,
one way, my body's going another.
just stay still. Right, her finger is going to break. You'll notice my line of fire. Pay attention to the line of fire from that instance. It's down and over towards her, and I'm going to rip it out and continue around. And as I continue around, there's that strike to the face with the barrel of the gun and smashing the knee. Again, redirect, close, and when I do this, I'm coming with so much force and getting heavy I'll do it to each one of you so you can feel what it feels like. That's the best way to understand what defense is if you feel it. Getting heavy, and I'm turning in to face her. Because I never want to have my back to an opponent. Period, right? So as I move around, I always want to be facing my attacker, right? Same concept with every defense we do.